What is going on, y'all? Tech me out here, and in front of me I have the iPhone 14 lineup. I wanted to say the entire iPhone 14 lineup, but not quite. We are missing one phone which comes out a little bit later. But in this video, we're gonna be unboxing these three. So in front of me, I have the iPhone 14 in blue, the iPhone 14 Pro Max in purple, and then the iPhone 14 Pro in black. And on top of that, we have the AirPods Pro over here, which I'm actually gonna save for a later video, but at least wanted you to know that I'm gonna be unboxing these so that you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're interested in seeing these. And we also have a few accessories. All right, so let's get into it. All right, y'all, we got Cam over here off camera, and he is picking the phones. Pick a good one, Cam. So we have first up, y'all, what did he pick? The iPhone 14 Pro in space black. So let's get into this. First, before we do though, let's take a look at the box. So we have the Apple logos along the top and bottom, which are actually color matched to the phone, and then the word iPhone on the left and right, which is also color matched. So let's go ahead and get this little pull tab off real quick. This is one of the phones that I was most excited about, honestly. The iPhone 14 Pro. This is probably the one I'm gonna use as my daily driver. This is a moment. The shade of black up here actually is a little bit different than it has been in the past years. So for one, I know along the sides, we have a deeper hue of black along the stainless steel sides, which I like. Still very much from what I'm seeing, instantly a fingerprint magnet. But I do like here around the camera, which let's note that the camera bump is a little bit larger than the previous model, but also I like how it's a deeper shade of black in there as well. But I like this color, not more than the purple though. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off. Now, I do want to note that in this video, I'm mostly going to focus on the experience and my thoughts of like the devices thus far in hand. But if you want to get like the tech specs and more detailed information on these, I have done an event recap, which I'll link in this video as well as in the description box, so you can feel free to check that out. But while this is powering up, I'm gonna set it off to the side and we are going to see what else we have. So traditional simple packaging, we just have an Apple Lightning cable and some info, but let's see, do we have color matched apples? Come on, man. Standard white apples, not color matched to the phone. I know, I was personally hoping that it would be, but it is what it is. And then we have some more information here. So it does notify you. Something to note with the new iPhone 14 lineup is it no longer has a SIM card tray. So this here is telling you basically that you no longer need a physical SIM card to activate your eSIM during iPhone setup. So it seems as though in setting this up, it's going to basically teleport my number here without me taking the SIM card out of my phone.
Now the transfer process was smoother than I thought. I personally have Verizon, but it should be the same for most carriers, as it instantly prompted me if I wanted to transfer my number to my iPhone 14, and also stated that it would no longer work on my previous phone.
All of these pretty much should be the same inside, but let's take a look at the second one. Second phone, what's next? What do we have? Shug, pay attention. So for our next phone, what do we have? Surprise me. You saw those ninja skills right there, y'all? Because I had it here, but he went, just anyway. This next one that we have is actually the iPhone 14 Pro Max in deep purple. Now this was my favorite color at the keynote. Like I said, same setup inside here, but just so that you can see as well. Let's take a look at this color here, y'all. So get the screen cover off. Now, something that I noticed with the shade here of purple is that it's like, to me, like a plum purple. We have the stainless steel sides. They aren't as deep of a hue as the black was, but they're still, you know, it's like a medium purple. I wouldn't call it violet though. It's definitely a deep purple like they say. But what I like is that at certain angles, and I'm not sure if we're able to capture it, certain angles it looks purple, and then other angles it looks more like a purple gray. Almost to the point that when it was on the table next to the, you know, space gray model, it was hard to tell the difference between the two. So same button layout as before. We have the power button over here on the right-hand side, the 5G antenna down here, as well as the volume controls and our mute switch. So very familiar layout. But the main difference outside of the color, again, being the camera bump being slightly larger. And if you're wondering, yes, you need new cases. These will not work with the cases for the iPhone 13s. It's just ever so slightly different. So yeah, you gotta buy new accessories there. But I'm gonna power this on as well and set this off to the side because I wanna get a little bit into the phone maybe. Okay, and lastly, got nervous for a second. Thank you. We have the iPhone 14 in blue. Let's get in here and take a look at what the phone looks like. I really like this blue. It's like a baby blue. It's very light, and this is one of their new shades as well. But in regards to the sides here, instead of them being stainless steel sides like we found on the Pro model, we have what I believe to be our aluminum sides, which honestly, I like more. Like, I don't know, don't get me wrong, the stainless steel sides look really great on the Pro models, but for me, it's the fingerprints. And with something like this that still looks premium, I would love to see this on the Pros. But yeah, this blue looks really good. I'm not sure what I would compare it to. It's almost like a blue-gray, like a blue with a very small splash of gray. So this year, we just have two screen sizes, a 6.1-inch display and a 6.7-inch display. Now the 6.1-inch display, that's gonna be found with the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Pro. When it comes to the 6.7-inch, that's gonna be found on the iPhone 14 Plus, not pictured here, and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So the devices, from what I'm saying here, sound very similar in look, but they are different. The Pro models are actually like pro performers. They basically offer a bit more because they have better cameras. So right now we've been biking, maybe about 40 minutes. Island, and overall they're going to be faster because they have Apple's A16 Bionic chip. But in this video, I didn't really want to dive too deep into the tech specs. I more so wanted to focus on my initial thoughts of these. I would have liked to see a little redesign, I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna cross our fingers that maybe with the next iteration we'll see a more drastic look. But I think the phone that I'm gonna start using first, I think it's gonna be the iPhone 14 Pro right here, y'all, because I get the best of both worlds. I get the smaller phone and I get all the cool features on the Pro model. I sacrificed the purple, but I'm still okay with the black. Yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Make sure you drop your questions down below so that I can ensure that I answer them in my upcoming videos, as I am dropping more content on these. So definitely make sure you're also subscribed. Follow me on Instagram as well to stay updated on when the next video is dropping. And until then, as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.